It is Monday, September the 5th, 2022. I am James. You are you. We are here. We are back. Our broadcast week officially begins. How was your weekend? Did you spend it with someone you cherish? Did you spend it with someone you love? Did you spend it all by your lonesome? If so, regardless of whatever the answer might be, we appreciate, otherwise known as appreciate, the fact that you are joining us tonight on this very monumentous occasion. Why, might you ask, is it a monumentous occasion, episode, edition, installment? I will tell you why. And it goes something like this. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. La na 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 dee 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 dee. Happy birthday, James McGee, otherwise known as they say it's your birthday, otherwise known as happy birthday to you. This is your day. Now, I suspect that people recall the first couple songs that I sang. Last one is by New Kids on the Block. And I don't think that when the five young studs in their teen years wrote, well, they probably recorded and sang it, that it was intended for me. But tonight I'm co-opting it. Tonight it is for me because it is my birthday. In addition to tonight being episode 391, it is my 35th year on this planet. That's right. You might be looking at your screen right now, regardless of what medium it might be on, television, computer, tablet, cellular device, thinking to yourself, wait a minute, this young stud, this smooth operator, this cool breeze lover, this little cutie, this troublemaker is 35 years old. The answer is yes. I am as spry as they come. My body hasn't changed since I was 15 years old. And here's the deal. It's probably only going to change for the worse going backwards. A lot of old guys, they put on a bit of a paunch. There's no issue with that. I'm going to become one of those skinny guys that becomes so skeletal that he looks like he's made of chicken bones. Speaking of chicken bones, we're about to welcome a person who loves to strip the meat off of them and then fall asleep with them surrounding him on his couch. It's a guy that really helped. The true MVP in making my birthday a walk to remember. Let's welcome the one and the only Dave Kaufman to tonight's show. David, from happy birthday to me, I say happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. All right.
I like that there wasn't a lot of effort in trying to do it as Miss Marilyn Monroe, God rest her soul.
She's the GOAT when it comes to singing that song. So what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Well, I feel like when she sang it to President Kennedy, there was some type of extramarital affair going on. By doing that, you might start stirring up the rumor mill, David.
That's true. She had hot sewer air blowing up her skirt. Hot, nasty sewer air blowing up her skirt, and she was titillating the president of the United States.
Yeah, that's what they don't talk about when you look at that photo, that it was disgusting sewer subway wind.
Yeah, it was
immediately caused the yeast infection
from the subway.
Yeah. Coming in from the chat, Lionheart Live, quote, happy birthday, James. Thank you so much for that. Dave, this is the third ever At Home with James, Happy Birthday, James episode. You've been here for all three. This is most certainly the most bare bones of them all. Year one, I lost total control of the show because I had no control. A plethora of guests. Last year, I shared it with Raquel Belmonte. We share a birthday. This year, no guests, no frills, no nothing, no nonsense.
No service.
There ain't no service here. And it's funny you mentioned that because you and I were, as Jackson Brown once said, running on empty.
Yeah, I'm a bit tired. I had a long weekend because it was a long weekend.
Yes.
And,
now,
yeah.
No, please, after you.
And I was reading in the chat.
Yeah, this is what I was going to address.
Yeah. It
seems like neither of us are going to address
it's the end of it. So I'm very happy. I'll be happy when this show ends and I can go to sleep.
Yeah, now this is the thing. I will shamefully also be happy when the show ends. I began my day by giving myself a COVID test. It's currently negative. Dave, you threw me a barbecue today.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to have a barbecue before summer ends, what you called what would be an interesting summer, and I
My hair
I
looks
challenged you.
my hair looks very narrow right now. Sorry, I'm
Yeah, it looks like you've got kind of a faux hawk.
like a pompadour or something.
Yeah, it looks like you should be performing at Woodstock 99.
Or it looks like I might be Jimmy Ray.
Who wants to know? I challenge you, Dave, to not only have a barbecue, but throw one for my birthday, which you did.
Yeah.
Halfway through the party, I lost my voice, and then it somehow restored itself to about 85%.
You're like the Weekend.
The Weekend.
Yeah, the Weekend. You know the musical superstar, the Weekend.
Sure.
He
Yeah, the only difference is I'm not canceling the show.
Yeah, he started a show. He was the beginning of the show, and you know the saying, "The show must go on."
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't because he stopped the show after his voice. He lost his voice
Yeah.
singing whatever the hell
Here's
his
the deal.
songs are.
That's not going to happen tonight. Now, prior to coming on air, you said, quote, what if we do a 15-minute episode? And I said, quote, we can't do that. And I know you meant it. Now, you and I were debating whether or not we could keep this episode going for a full hour. We weren't even sure there would be an episode tonight. We contemplated playing around with the schedule. Then finally, at about 7 o'clock, we said, let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, and that was the voice that you did it in.
That's a famous chef who makes steaks. I forget his name.
Well, Dave, I want to chat about my birthday a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, you've been a guest at my birthday for a number of years now. How would you say that the James birthday 2022 ranked up there?
I thought it was fun. It was low key. We had some good food, some good hangouts. It wasn't too pretentious, you know, like these like Paris Hilton birthday parties or what have you.
Yeah, people might think I'd throw a Paris Hilton style birthday party.
Yeah, you know, like rent out a club or museum.
Have a wardrobe malfunction.
yeah. With all sorts of paid ladies there. You would think that you'd pay a lot of ladies to be there, but you didn't. And
no one was paid. No one was paid to be there, and I supplied all the food for the barbecue.
Not all of it.
Well, I supplied, I would say 90%.
90%. That's accurate. Yeah.
I bought 26 hot dogs and 12 of the most disgusting burgers money could buy.
Those were nasty burgers. They were these pre-frozen burgers. You opened the box and they were like a light beige, kind of like the color of my shirt.
Yeah.
For the audience, if you want to look, take a close look at my shirt.
Yeah.
And then you cook them, and they barely got any darker. They stayed beige.
Yeah, they tasted almost like they were full of sawdust.
Yeah, it was like it tasted like a sausage patty, but it was supposed to be just meat.
Yeah, without the taste of sausage. Coming in from the chat from Mermaid Lovers, quote, you should have paid for us.
Paid for what?
Well, I believe for these Mermaid Lovers to attend.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. Yeah, they were dollar store burgers.
I suspect that your apology will hopefully be accepted by the Mermaid Lovers.
Yeah, and if it isn't, then I don't know. I guess I have to...
The resident nasty girls in the chat, reminiscent of an ICQ chat or an MIRC.
Are they multiple people? I guess it's plural.
The first time they were here, they said there are two of us.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So to the both of you, I apologize. Next time, I will buy some food and grill it for you.
Well, they're addressing both of you they're both addressing you in the chat. So we'll see what this turns into. I'd be nervous if I were you. You've been a hot property on this show for some time now.
You know, I'm like the president. You know, people.
Which one?
People threaten me a lot, but most of me haven't been assassinated.
Well, Dave, I thought it might be fun since we're trying to fill space on tonight's episode.
Sure.
You're tired. I'm a little under the weather. I thought you can't really celebrate who I am on my birthday without getting to know who I am on my birthday. So I thought it would be fun if we did the first ever Getting to Know James trivia competition where you are the one and only participant.
Okay, so this is like you're going to ask me personal questions about yourself and I have to answer them?
And there'll be multiple choice. Now, you've been on a variety of game shows here that include multiple choice. We had the Halloween trivia contest, the ultimate holiday trivia contest showdown.
I've even hosted a couple of trivia shows.
You did, yeah. Well, we had Dave Kaufman's Dr. Ruth's Game of Good Sex, Dave Kaufman's Naughty or Nice.
My games get a
Now,
little nasty.
yeah, they do get nasty, and who knows, the holiday season's coming up, so we'll see what happens. Coming in from the chat, the Mermaid Lovers, this is directed at you, Dave. They say that punishment is coming and that they want to participate. So we'll see what the answers are.
Well, you know what? If I have a prize, I'll share it with all the chat.
All right. Well, people
Just
in the chat,
post your addresses.
yeah, and Dave will come over. You might win Dave Kaufman's Kiss of the Night.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Kiss of the Night features a classic boner noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my kiss is guaranteed to give a boner.
All right. Well,
It's my guarantee.
there you go. It's a warning, so to speak.
Yeah.
Dave, are you ready for question number 1?
Sure, yeah.
Dave, let's get started. Again, multiple choice. We're going to go back to the younger primitive years of James, who is me.
The caveman years?
It's the cave.
Yeah.
Dave, for people who don't know, Dave is doing an impersonation of the Home Improvement theme song.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that flute to come in. Dave, what city did I grow up in? The possible answers are Piedmont, Morin Heights, or Prevost. Now, keep in mind, I grew up in the Laurentians, which features a collection of small villages, cities, and towns. And I grew up in one of these 3 places, Piedmont, Morin Heights, or Prevost. And they're all fairly close to each other.
This is tough because I was going to originally go for Morin Heights, but I think that you've said that I've lived in blank, which is near Morin Heights. And both other towns are near Morin Heights. So I know you live near Morin Heights, but I don't think you lived actually in Morin Heights.
Okay, so you're taking Morin Heights out of the equation.
Taking it out of the equation
is Piedmont and Prevost. Now, coming in from the chat, while you tinker with your answers, Naive Adventures is answering 3, which is Prevost. She also asks if I got a boner from kissing you at the show that we participated in a couple weeks back. The answer is no to that. The Mermaid Lovers say that they get Lachute vibes from me.
So I feel like Piedmont is too obvious. I feel like this is a trick question.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Prevost.
Dave, you're correct. I grew up in Prevost.
Nice.
Which is probably about a 5-minute drive away from Piedmont.
So it was a trick question.
In some ways, I would have given 3 P places, but I couldn't come up with a third one.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I went to elementary school in Morin Heights at Morin Heights Elementary School.
Okay, there you go. That's why. That's
yeah. That's
how long was the bus ride there? That's what I want to know.
Oh, probably about a half an hour.
Okay, so you're traveling an hour on the bus each day.
Yeah, about. Now, coming in from the chat, I like this from High Score Run. It's the James Test of Friendship. I think that should be what this is called.
Sure, yeah. We could call it
High Score Run, you're in the running for Dave's Kiss of the Night. Well, I thought you were going to do the noise.
That didn't come through?
Well, no, it's not like you're doing a kissing noise and not the...
I was doing like the radio stinger version of the kissing noise.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to do the boner noise again. There we go. So, Dave, you've got one correct answer so far.
Yeah.
1 out of 1.
Thank
Are you ready for the next question?
Sure, yeah.
Now, this one also has to do with what you refer to as my caveman years. Dave, which high school did I attend? Your possible answers are Sir Wilfrid Laurier High School, St. Agatha Academy, or Laurentian Regional High School.
I don't think it's Sir Wilfrid Laurier, because there was a Sir Wilfrid Laurier College near Waterloo College, where I went to in Waterloo. And I feel like if you had said Sir Laurier to me before, I would have solidified that connection in my mind.
Okay.
What are the other 2 options?
The other 2 options were, number 1 was Sir Wilfrid Laurier High School. So you're taking that one out of the equation. You're left with St. Agatha Academy and Laurentian Regional High School.
St. Agatha Academy just doesn't feel right to me.
Why is that?
Because I don't think you went to an academy.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Laurentian Regional High School.
Now, coming in from the chat, Naive Adventures has also picked Laurentian Regional High School, which is the same answer you've picked.
And Mermaid Lovers has said, we're two horny ladies.
Right, which is not pertinent to the question.
No, but sort of an aside.
But Dave, I'll say this. What is pertinent to the question is the answer, and the answer is Laurentian Regional High School.
Nice.
Which I went to in the city of Lachute, which the Mermaid Lovers suggested that I gave off vibes of.
Well, they picked up on those stanky ass Lachute vibes. Now,
yeah, Lachute is stanky. Tastes like cow pies.
Now,
hold on, it smells like cow
tastes
pies.
Like. What are you eating in Lachute?
Yeah, we do things a little differently up in the Laurentians. You know, we like to eat droppings of cows. We like to live off the land. So, Dave, you're 2 for 2 so far.
Nice.
Are you ready for the next question, Dave?
I am, but I do have a question. Do those other two high schools exist?
St. Agatha Academy does exist.
Yeah.
And it is, I believe, just a public English high school that is located in St. Agatha, which is maybe about 35 to 40 minutes from where I go.
Coming in from the chat, James is eating la shit in Lachute.
This is going to be the ultimate blooper, blunder, and boner for me, where I've accidentally confessed to eating feces.
Yeah. Some people eat Jamaican patties, but James eats cow patties.
Yeah. Dave, ready for question number 3?
Yeah, I think so.
It'd be great if you just said no.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Here we go. Dave, we're going to move on to my late teen years.
Okay.
Which of these current day wrestling...
medieval times.
I think medieval times would be before the... Oh, no, I guess it is the medieval times. Yes, that's correct. Which of these current day pro wrestling stars assisted in training me to wrestle? The possible answers are Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, Sami Zayn, or Kevin Owens.
Well, I know you've wrestled Kevin Owens. And I think
I've wrestled all 3.
Okay, well, I think he gave you a concussion.
Yeah, Kevin Owens did give me a concussion. It was in 2011.
And I know you trained with Sami Zayn. And I don't know this first person. So if the question is who you've trained with...
His previous name in the WWE was Matt Martel.
Yes.
And his name in Quebec was Big Magic.
Now, I know he's been on the show.
Yep.
And it's possible you trained with him. But I also think that you've trained with
the question is, who assisted in training me?
Now, I'm pretty sure that Sami Zayn took you under his wing like a little baby bird with a broken wing. And he got you strong and chewed food and spat it into your mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Sami Zayn.
Now, I believe if I'm going to... Yep. Naive Adventures has also guessed the exact same response. And once again, Dave, you're correct. You're 3 for 3.
Cha-ching!
How does it feel to be 3 for 3 so far, Dave?
It feels good. I feel like that last question, I feel like there could have been some technicality I could have lost on, so I'm happy that I got that one right.
There was no technicality. There is no blurred lines. There is no... the answer is what it is.
Okay, well, great. Hey, right, how do you feel that I've gotten all these? It's more important to me how you feel, because
I would say
about you.
I would say that I didn't expect you to get all of them right so far, so I'm pleasantly surprised. From Mermaid Lovers, they write, quote, "Seems like you're more than friends." And the answer is yes, we're close personal friends. I
would say, yes, close personal friends, but I also would say that I know stuff about my friends.
Yep.
I don't have to be I think Mermaid Lovers is insinuating that we must be maybe lovers or something. I don't need
Michael Bolton once said, How can we be lovers if we can't be friends?
I mean, sure, Michael Bolton said that. He also said, "Lean on me
Well, that was
when
a
you're not
cover.
strong." But he said it.
Yeah, I guess he did say it. Dave, are you ready to reach the halfway point?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Let's go to question number 4. Once again, has to do with wrestling. Dave, which European country have I not wrestled in? So,
Oof.
which European country have I not wrestled in? The possible answers are Spain, France, and Belgium.
Okay, well, I'm pretty certain. I know you've been to Belgium, and I'm pretty certain you've wrestled there. So now is where it gets tough. Spain or France? Have you wrestled in Spain? Or have you wrestled in France?
Maybe you should ask the question yourself again.
Have you wrestled in Spain? Or have you wrestled in France? Now, Naive Adventures is saying that what's one? One is Spain, right?
Correct.
So she's suggesting that you haven't wrestled in Spain,
Mm-hmm.
but that you have wrestled in France.
And I suppose Belgium as well.
Yes, yes. Ah, this is tough. I feel like I'm gonna go with Naive Adventures because she's been with me this whole time and has gotten all the answers right with me. Now, it just I feel like you've wrestled in Spain though.
You got to follow your feelings. You can either follow the feeling of agreeing with Naive Adventures or follow your feeling that you feel that I've wrestled in Spain.
What city in Spain would you have wrestled in?
Barcelona, Madrid.
Sure. Sure, I mean those are both two cities in Spain.
Yeah.
And I guess in France you could have wrestled in Paris or you could have wrestled in Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or Montreuil.
Yeah.
Jeez, this is tough. This one's a real motherfucker. You know what? I'm going to say that you haven't wrestled in Spain.
Dave, you're correct. I've never wrestled in Spain.
Fucking so sick.
I did wrestle in Belgium and I did wrestle in France.
What city in France did you wrestle in?
Started with a B. Belzile.
Okay.
Yeah. It was in the south of France.
Yeah, it's beautiful down there.
Yeah. And it was in an enormous bullfighting ring that maybe had about 2,000 people in what could have seated, I don't know, 40,000 people.
That's interesting because you know where the most bullfighting rings are? Spain.
There you go.
Yeah. Have you been to Spain before, James?
I actually had to drive through Spain to get to France where I was doing the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spain's cool. Barcelona is awesome.
Never been.
You should check it out. You should go this year.
All right. On location.
Yeah, we could do it at home with James.
Dave,
well, I'm from Spain.
You're
Yes.
currently 4 for 4.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
I'm absolutely impressed. Now let's go on to the next question. You've surpassed the halfway point. Dave,
Yep.
what was the first concert I ever attended?
Ooh.
The
Okay.
possible answers are Brian Adams, April Wine, or Tom Cochrane.
Damn.
Brian Adams, April Wine, or Tom Cochrane. And these are all Canadian artists.
I really want to say. It's April Wine, but I also kind of think that it's Brian Adams. Naive
Think about
Adventures
it.
saying Brian Adams, but also really not sure. Here's the thing. If you're a young kid,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's more likely that you go to a Brian Adams concert.
Well, how young was I?
That's
was
the thing. I
was
also
a
feel
young
like
kid?
you could be the kind of guy who went to your first concert a little later on in life. Because you don't strike me as someone who follows the beaten path. I think you go your own way.
Well, clearly I went my own way if I went to see one of these 3 bands or artists with my first concert.
I'm gonna go Gonna go April Wine.
Now, this is the first time you and Naive Adventures have gone off track.
Yeah.
And Dave, you're correct. April Wine is
Yes.
the right answer.
Yeah.
I saw them at Bourbon Street North.
Oh, yeah.
Bourbon Street North.
What made you... Did you go specifically to see them, I guess?
Yeah, oh yeah. Hell yeah.
And was it good?
I loved it. I was by far the youngest person there. They were opening up for Dennis DeYoung, formerly one of the primary singers of Styx, and I left before he took the stage, which, looking back, is very bizarre.
But how long did you have to travel to get there?
Bourbon Street North?
Yeah.
My God, 25 minutes?
Okay. That's.
You're thinking of Bourbon Street West.
Yeah, maybe. How far is Bourbon Street West?
Bourbon Street West was in the West Island. Bourbon Street North is in the Laurentians.
Oh shit. Okay. So it was a good time.
I loved it. They sang all the hits that I wanted. I Like to Rock, Could Have Been a Lady, Bad Side of the Moon, Fast Train.
They have a song called Bad Side of the Moon.
Oh yeah, it's a cover of an Elton John song.
Interesting. Now, did that come out after Dark Side of the Moon?
I want to say before.
Okay.
It's a very different song.
Yeah. But it seems
very different. It's more upbeat.
Interesting. I'll have to listen to it.
Now, coming in from the chat, High Score Run writes that I went there for the Cougars. Not true. I went to Rock.
How old were you?
I think I was probably 18. So
Okay,
you were also correct.
So you were a late bloomer when it came to concert going.
I may have even been 19 or 20.
Or a late start. I wouldn't say a bloomer, but it's clearly a choice. Late starter. Interesting. And were you like, oh yeah, this is a like how did you feel going to a concert? Do you remember?
Well, I got free tickets because a friend of mine was interning at Shome at the time.
Nice.
The Spirit of Rock 97.7 FM.
Yeah.
I gave him a free stinger on my own damn show. Well, I don't know why I felt so aggressive because they recently promoted Battle War, and I was very appreciative.
Oh, they did. That's nice. Yeah.
They did. Yeah, they listed it as part of their things to do this weekend.
Oh, nice.
How did I feel? I think I was ready to rock.
And yeah, okay. So I had an alarm go off on my computer.
And it was really, I think, the first time I ever attended something alone. And I've attended many things alone, including a Bryan Adams concert a couple of years ago.
Right. I remember when you went to that Bryan Adams concert.
I invited you. You declined.
Right. That's probably why. But I still thought about it, I guess, in the back of my head, which is probably why I didn't pick it. How was that?
Coming in from the Mermaid Lovers, they write, we're something to do this weekend. So if anyone's looking,
yeah, you can.
Show might promote them.
You can. Yeah.
Dave, you've got a perfect score right now.
I'm pretty pumped about this. Now, I don't think I'm going to stick this landing, but I am pretty pleased with myself.
All right. Well, you've got 3 questions left.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Dave.
Yeah?
In which year did I make my Just for Laughs performance debut?
Oh, this is a tough one.
2012, 2013, or 2014?
This isn't fair, man.
Why?
Because why would I know you did it with Dance Animal.
Well,
how am I going to know the year?
I did do it with Dance Animal.
How am I going to know the year? It's like impossible.
Dave, you're 5 for 5 right now.
I know I'm 5 for 5, but this is a very tough question. 2014 is what Naive Adventures is saying.
Just think about it. You're flying off the handle, man.
I think that's too late. I feel like this guy's been in Just for Laughs forever. How old are you?
Yeah, I've been doing as long as Danny Boy.
Yeah. Can I call my lifeline Gil Rozon?
Yeah, you'll be his one phone call.
Yeah, the one phone call in prison.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I want to say, I don't think it's 2014 is 8 years ago. I don't think it's that.
I think you should follow in the footsteps of the one and only Sarah Bareilles and say what you want to say. It's a pretty good episode.
Oh, man. It's 2012 or 2013 in my mind.
So you're taking 2014 out. You're saying
I know Naive Adventures said it, but I just don't think that's right. I mean, We're 2022. That's only 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, you've been in Just for Laughs longer than 8 years. Jesus fucking Christ.
And look, for the first time tonight, the Mermaid Lovers have given an actual answer.
Yeah, 2013.
Just 2013. There's nothing dirty or horny about it.
Yeah. It might be 2013, but I even feel like it's 2012. I feel like it's early. It's got to be early. You were a skinny little kid. I've seen pictures being thrown up in the air by a
cluster of people.
But you did just point to Mermaid Lover's answer, which might have been a hint.
I promise you I've given you no hints.
Okay, I'm going to go with 2012.
Dave, you're correct. You are absolutely correct.
Nice.
It was 2012. It has been 10 years since I did my first performance at Just for Laughs.
You know, if you put 2011 there, I would have guessed September 11th, 2001.
Yeah, then I would have truly been a little kid making my debut as a 13-year-old.
Oh. Yeah.
Dave, you said what you want to said, and I was so glad to see you be brave.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I learned that from you, James.
Now, coming in from Mermaid Lovers, 2013 was a very horny year. Dave, let's go off the beaten path here for a second. How do you feel? Was 2013 a very horny year for you?
Not for me. I think I was...
Why is that?
I feel like I was in studying in Waterloo, Ontario, in a long-distance relationship with my now wife, and sort of...
it's possibly horny.
And isolated from any potential of
getting it on.
Getting it on, yeah.
All right.
And I was quite faithful, so...
Quite faithful?
Well, yeah, 100%.
Okay, there we go, yeah.
But I guess I could have been horny, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I was... Yeah, no. Waterloo is a weird town because it's half university students at a very serious university, and then half like the party school Wilfrid Laurier next door.
Okay.
So on like Halloween, that would be when everyone from Wilfrid Laurier was out, and that's probably the horniest night of the year.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, we've talked about this on the show. Dimitri Kires once said that Christmas sexiest holiday, and what word am I looking for here? I disagreed.
You know what might be the sexiest holiday? Actually, this might have been the horniest day in Waterloo.
Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day. No, Oktoberfest.
Oh, I could see that. Anything that has to do with kind of flagrant drinking.
A lot of drinking, a lot of ladies in lederhosen. I saw a few wood chopping festivals.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the days.
I feel like talking about wood chopping is leading a nice pathway for the Mermaid Lovers.
Yeah.
Let's go on to
the
our
Jews.
What's that now?
I said, or the Jews.
Oh, why is that?
A wood chopping ceremony would be like a bris.
Here we go from the Mermaid Lovers. Monday is the horniest day of the week. At home with James, 35. Who's behind this account?
I don't know, but they've got an erection right now.
Yeah. Let's move on to our second to last question. Dave, which is the largest Montreal venue that I have performed in? Possible answers include Cafe Campus, Club Soda, or the Bell Center.
It must be the Bell Center. You must have done some shit there. What could it be, though? Like some wrestling thing? Yeah, I'm going to say the Bell Center. I feel like there's something you did there.
Coming in from the chat, this is Dimitri. He writes, quote, Bell Center, James only plays the big houses. Then he calls me a bastard. Then he says he loves me.
Hey, amen. Also, I follow that logic 100%.
Dave?
Yeah?
You're once again correct.
Yes.
You're once again correct. I performed in the Bell Center. I believe it was 2014 or 15 as part of a WWE non-televised event where I played a character's party entourage.
You played the whole entourage.
Well, I was kind of like I was just kind of like the Cat in the Hat.
Okay. Okay.
And then also for extra points, I did another show with them the next night at the Videotron Center in Quebec City.
Interesting.
Dave, we're about to reach our final question. You're 7 for 7. When
Makes
we
me laugh
began
that
this
I'm doing
journey,
so well.
how well did you think you were going to do?
I mean, I didn't know. I would say that these questions are harder than I thought. I didn't know where this was going. So these questions are harder than I thought they would be. I definitely got lucky a few times. There's
Which
definitely.
ones do you feel that you got lucky with?
I mean, the last four were. There was definitely some uncertainty there.
Yeah.
But so I'm feeling pretty pumped that I'm this far. I still feel like I'm going to choke on this last question, although it would be hilarious if I got it right.
Look, 7 on 8 is pretty good.
It's pretty good. I hope I get this right. I feel like I'm going for the $1 million right now. I feel like I'm talking to Regis Philbin.
Yeah.
In his current physical state.
Now, Dave, we've talked
Let's
about
go!
my primitive young years.
Yeah.
We talked about my years wrestling. We talked about my years performing outside of wrestling. What would you say there's some other things that I'm synonymous with that you think are going to shape this next and final question?
Well, you've got you like the food,
Mm-hmm.
so it could be food related.
Yeah.
You like the ladies, so it could be ladies related.
All right. Yeah.
You've done a lot of improv. Maybe
we talked about performance.
Performance, yeah, but not that aspect of your performance.
That's true.
Maybe it's about this show. Or maybe it's about baseball caps.
It's not about any of those things.
Okay.
Dave?
Yeah.
The final question has to do with the holiday season.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Question is, David, which of these Christmas traditions do I loathe?
Okay.
Possible answers are kissing under mistletoe, adult Christmas wish lists, or opening your gifts on Christmas Eve. And when I say opening your gifts on Christmas Eve, I mean all of them, otherwise known as the Quebecois tradition, le réveillon. Kissing under the mistletoe, adult Christmas gift wish lists, opening your gifts on Christmas Eve.
Now I can't imagine. Oh, this is a tough one. You saved the hardest for the last one.
Just look, we'll break down all of them. I want you to maybe make an argument for and against each one. Let's start with kissing under the mistletoe.
Right now, Dimitri suggesting 3. James only plays the big houses.
Kissing under the mistletoe. Think about that one.
I feel like I don't know why you would loathe that, other than like some sort of trauma. You probably wouldn't want to be harassed to kiss somebody under the mistletoe, but the idea of somebody else doing it, I don't think it would bother you. I think you'd find it kind of funny.
Okay.
Although I feel like it would seem so. There's that aspect of it, but then there's the actual aspect of like kissing. I'm not sure how much you like kissing.
All right.
I think you like going straight for it, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't waste any time.
Yeah. Oh, someone's saying we would kiss Twiggy McGee under the mistletoe. Now, I don't know if this is an indication that Mermaid Lovers is a wrestling collaborator with you. Could be.
Yeah, it could be.
So I don't think it's the mistletoe one. I could see it being that, but I don't think it is.
Well, let's analyze the second one.
Second one is something about the Christmas wish list?
Adult Christmas gift wish lists.
Why wouldn't you like that?
Well, this is for you to consider.
I guess you might not like that because it's like needy of the person, but I think people like getting, or like they want to control what they get from other people. I could see that being irking you, but I feel like I feel like sometimes it's good to know in the whereabouts of what somebody could want, and then you kind of fill out the thing. I don't know. What's the third one again? I feel like I don't know. I don't think it's two either. I feel like it's three. What's the third one again?
The third one is opening all of your gifts on Christmas Eve.
Now, I could see you not liking this one because I feel like you'd want to save your gifts till Christmas morning. I could see you being so caught up in wanting to have a great Christmas morning that if you opened all your gifts the night before, it'd be a bit of a letdown the day of.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say three.
Dave,
Oh no. Did I get it right?
you're incorrect.
No! I knew I was going to choke. What is it?
Adult Christmas gift wish lists.
What?
Takes all the creativity away from it. If you're a grown up giving, let's say, a list of things you want your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife to buy, I think it's shameful. I think you should just go out together and buy the gifts together. Don't wrap them up. I think as an adult, part of giving a gift to someone is trusting that you know them, or you can come up with something that you think is going to touch their heart.
Okay.
So much so that I got into a full-blown argument over this with an ex-girlfriend's father at the dinner table.
Yeah, did it come to
He
blows?
No, it didn't come to blows, but he said to me, "You better tell
Or
me
blows?
what." You bet. Yeah. The dad started performing oral sex on me
Or
to
vice
get back
versa.
at me. Said, "You better tell me what you want for Christmas, or you're gonna get clothes." And I said, "You buy me whatever you want. I'm not telling you what I want." And then he insisted so much that I said, "You know what I want? I want you to commission a painting of me surrounded by polar bears." Guess what? Guess what? He didn't get it from me. And I told this story to a future a girlfriend who is now no longer, that she then
I'm sorry.
got the painting commissioned for me.
Interesting.
Now that is a gift when someone hears you and they know you and they go, "Oh, I should actually get that done." I'm looking at it right now.
Now, you'll open all your gifts on Christmas Eve?
No, I never said that I would do. I don't like that either. But
Oh,
the
what?
question is, hold on. The question was, which do I loathe? I have no issue with mistletoe kissing.
I know. So
I've
you
never-
do not like that one.
I've
So there
never-
was two you don't like?
No. Hold on. I don't. I will not open my gifts on Christmas Eve. But if other people do it, I don't care. I won't do it.
That's what I thought. That's what the question was.
No, it's which do I loathe?
So you don't loathe that. You just don't like it.
I don't like it for me.
Okay.
And but the adult Christmas wish list, I don't like for anybody.
I gotta
think
say, James, I feel like I lost that question on a bit of a technicality.
Well, so then let's give it to you. 8 on 8.
Yes.
There we go. Dave has got a perfect score. 8 on 8.
Yeah.
Now let's check in with the chat here a little bit because it's been a while. Pump Pond 69 says a wish list helps if they collect DVDs and they need to let people know which ones they want. I don't agree with it.
Well, how else are they supposed to let you know? Or I guess they could drop hints.
Drop it. You figure it out.
You could be having a conversation. You'd say, you know, Top Gun. I wish I had that movie Top Gun on DVD for my collection.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Look, here's the deal. Dave, you and your wife bought me some really nice scented candles over the weekend. True or
Well,
false?
my wife bought them for you.
All right. Your wife bought me some nice scented candles for my birthday.
Yeah.
True or false?
True.
I didn't like the scents. I took them and I
both of them you didn't like.
Yeah, they smelled too sweet. One of them was cinnamon pumpkin, and the other was maple syrup and pumpkin. And it
Pancakes
just smelled.
and pancakes.
There we go. Smelled too much like dessert. So I exchanged them for scents that I thought reflected my taste personally.
Now let me guess what you would have gotten, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten you those two flavors. No offense to my lovely wife.
Well, not a flavor. I don't want you to fall to the wayside the way that I did by talking about eating cow pies.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I wouldn't have gotten you. I guess you don't call them a flavor, a scent.
Yeah.
I would have gotten you something that's like an evergreen or like a foresty thing.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Dave, you've got another point.
Yeah.
I've currently I exchange it for a black birch tree scented candle.
Oh, that's interesting. Black birch. I've never heard of that.
I got it for the holidays.
Oh,
Now,
that's good.
also coming in from the chat, Mermaid Lovers writes, James, fight our dads. I could never. I could never.
He might blow him.
From High Score, yeah, well, or the other way around. High Score Run writes, quote, James was the bad boy boyfriend. Great nickname.
Yeah.
I was never the bad boy boyfriend.
The BBBF.
Yeah, the Mermaid Lovers say they love a guy with a past.
That's true. That's a mysterious.
Yep.
Now, I don't have a past, so.
Now, you're not a bad boy boyfriend either.
No, I'm not a bad boy at all. I'm a sweetheart.
Dave, how does it feel? You absolutely aced the quiz.
Well, I didn't quite ace it. There's an asterisk in there, but, I'm feeling pretty good. I think I did a pretty good job on this quiz. I think this is proof that we're friends.
Yep.
And if anybody ever questions me on that, I'm going to say, watch the tape.
Yeah, that episode, as well as every episode, available in our archives on our YouTube page, which can be found on twitch.tv/athomewithjames.
YouTubes.com.
Yeah. Dave?
Yeah.
Top of the hour, we thought maybe we'll do a short one. You said 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We're about 7 minutes away from doing the hour.
Okay. Do we want to do 7 more minutes? Are we done?
Yeah, I feel like addressing it put a lot of pressure on us.
Yeah, I feel like we should have just wrapped it up.
Well, Dave, we're winding down here. I want to know, how do you feel that tonight's birthday episode for James stacks up against the previous two? 2020 was an absolute nightmare. The worst episode in At Home history.
It was pretty bad. So let's. I mean, if I have to pick between 3 options, let's take that one off the table.
All right, we're taking that one off the table.
Yeah.
So it's either last year, in which I shared the birthday with Raquel, or this year.
I feel like this year, saying
Choose wisely. There's
a
point that's hanging in the balance.
Oh, really? So, I mean, last year, I guess here's the pros of last year were more people.
Yep.
Which feels a bit more celebratory. We're celebrating 2 birthdays.
Yep.
But you could say that divides the attention. We can't put all minutes.
And tonight you were on the episode the entire time.
Tonight I was on the episode the entire time, as were you. We were only celebrating your birthday. We aren't celebrating Raquel's birthday, despite the fact that it's today.
It is her birthday, yes.
But she ain't here, so who cares? I'm going to say today was a better episode, and I'm going to say that it was sort of a low-key acoustic set.
Yeah.
This is like a Nirvana Unplugged album. It's the Nirvana Unplugged album of birthday episodes.
Yeah, exactly. The man who sold the world.
Yeah.
Because he did a cover of that song.
Of the David Bowie song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know the words. Years and years ago.
Now, Dave, we'll be back next Monday.
I gazed a gaze a stare. Anyway.
Who knows? Maybe there'll be some surprise episodes sprinkled in, but we know that we'll be back next Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. So, look for us then.
Yeah, you can find us where you find us every week, right here. What has been known as the horniest day of the week, according to Mermaid Lovers.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say Monday's the horniest day of the week. Because, and I'm going to say from now on, a case of the Mondays is being uncontrollably horny.
Well, there you go. That speaks to me. Dave, I want to thank you so much for making my birthday so ooey gooey, rich and chewy.
No problem.
It was fantastic. The food that you cooked was great. I want to thank everyone watching tonight. The High Score Runs of the world, the Naive Adventures of the world, the Mermaid Lovers of the world, the Pump Pond 69s of the world, all of the lurkers. This thing, there are people that just lurk. They never say anything. and we like you too.
Yeah, that's totally okay. I've been known as a lurker in my day too, of some forums, web forums.
Yeah, including but not limited to 4chan.
No, I don't. Actually, never been on 4chan myself.
Yeah, right. Until then, that's Dave. I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.
Let me just find this song right now. Didn't really stick the landing on this one. Where did it go? All right.